two sit stand desks, one from IKEA, one from FlexiSpot, both $649. Which one's better? Let's find out. Oh man. All right. So we're talking about the FlexiSpot E7 Pro Plus up against the IKEA BEKANT. Now here's the thing. FlexiSpot sent me their desk and the IKEA desk for free. They didn't compensate me. So the only thing they did was provide the desks for this video. They said, hey, that's our competitor. I want you to compare the two desks and let me know what you think. So they have no say in this video. It's 100% unbiased. And I'm going to tell you my thoughts between the two. And at the end, you can go ahead and make your own conclusion. So with that said, let's get going. First up, let's go over the basics. The IKEA desk is 63 by 31.5 inches. The FlexiSpot desk is 60 by 30 inches. They are both nearly identical for height, going from as low as 22 inches up to about 48 inches. Max weight is a big deal here. IKEA tops out at 154 pounds, whereas FlexiSpot is more than double at 355 pounds. And later on in the video, I'm actually going to sit on both to put that to the test. As far as the tabletop, IKEA is sporting a white stained oak veneer particle board. Sadly, they only offer this desk in 4 variations that are all particle board, whereas the FlexiSpot top is straight up bamboo. And they do offer chipboard similar to IKEA for cheaper, but they also offer solid wood and fiberboard. Also, the BEKANT is only available in the size we have, whereas FlexiSpot offers their tops in a variety of sizes from 48 by 24 inches up to 78 by 30 inches. With that in mind, let's talk pricing. I mentioned that both desks are $649, but that's only because the FlexiSpot has a bamboo top. If we went with chipboard, which is similar to the particle board that IKEA uses, the price would be $430. Meanwhile, you can't even get just the BEKANT frame for that cheap. It'll run you $490, whereas the FlexiSpot frame is only $350. Let's move on to assembly. I would argue that they took roughly the same amount of time to do, which is around 20 to 30 minutes. FlexiSpot is seemingly more complex due to the rails being extendable versus the fixed frame from IKEA. However, the cable management solution is light years easier on IKEA, and I couldn't even figure it out on the FlexiSpot. The IKEA directions were only somewhat confusing since they were for a corner top variant, but all things considered, both were straightforward. Now let's go over some of the tests that I ran. The first one is height adjustment speed. IKEA took 20 seconds and FlexiSpot took 17 seconds. Even going back up was about the same. So there's really no difference here. As far as stability, I know the desks have nothing on them, but I put a glass of water on and moved them up. Despite minimal movement, I would say that FlexiSpot was slightly more stable, but again, not really a big difference. Next up, I went ahead and sat on each desk, and as expected, IKEA tried, but just couldn't get me up there and simply gave up. Whereas the FlexiSpot had zero hesitation, bringing me all the way up and back down, and trust me, that speaks volumes. I also did a quick noise test just to see how loud they were in motion. FlexiSpot was about 3 decibels quieter, but this is the furthest thing from a scientific test, so let's just skip that. As far as cable management under the desk, IKEA stays winning. I use a normal non-sit stand BEKANT in my office, and the netting system is the best thing ever. Nothing can beat it. And like I said earlier, I couldn't even figure out the one that FlexiSpot sent me, so I didn't install any solution. Also, under the desk, you'll see there's a lot more going on with the FlexiSpot than there is with the IKEA desk, just in case you were wondering. I will say both of them have super long power cords, which is really nice. Let's shift focus to something important. The controller. Any chance IKEA had of winning this fight goes out the window here. You have no display, no memory control. The buttons require you to physically push them in quite a bit. And most importantly, you need this stupid key in to move the desk. I hate everything about this. When you compare it to FlexiSpot, you'll see why. Not only is there a screen that tells you the height you're at, the buttons are touch sensitive, you have multiple memory settings, and even a USB port. That's premium. With all of that in mind, let's remind ourselves that the FlexiSpot desk with a chipboard top would still be $220 cheaper. For $649, you get a desk with a cheap controller, particle board top, weak motor that can only support 154 pounds, and the list goes on. But you do get the best cable management solution, so there's that. So to recap, I will say this: I love the IKEA Bekant. I have one up in my office, a non-sit stand version, and I give it 2 thumbs up. But as far as the sit stand one goes, 2 thumbs down. I think even if they were to take $200 off the price, it's not worth it. The controller alone sucks. The motor blows. I mean, it's just not worth the money, especially when something like the E7 exists from FlexiSpot. So there you go. The FlexiSpot E7 Pro Plus wins the battle between the IKEA Bekant. I'm sure someone out there thinks that I sold out because FlexiSpot was willing to send me a free desk, but to be fair, I've gotten so many free desks and chairs and products over the years. I'm not phased. I don't care. I keep it real. And that's why I said yes to FlexiSpot, because they were willing to send me their competitor's product to do a completely unbiased review. Like, come on. That's awesome. Kudos to them, because they really believe in their product, and I can see why, because when you put them head to head, it's obvious which one's worth the money. So there you guys go. Let me know what you think in the comments below. If there's any other desk out there that you want me to review, let me know and I'll see what I can do. But with that said, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.
Thank you for watching Swashin on YouTube. I hope you enjoyed watching. If not, then fuck you. Please hit subscribe because my channel is dead. Jesus Christ, man, that's just really sad.